All right, blasters locked and loaded, folks. We're diving headfirst into Entropia Universe's Halloween Mayhem.
And we're going to make sure you're ready to rake in the loot and PED.
Oh yeah, this is the event for that.
Right.
Whether you've been playing EU since, what, like forever or just starting out.
Doesn't matter really, this deep dive's for everyone. We'll give you the insider tips and tricks.
To totally dominate Halloween Mayhem.
Think of it like we're your guides, yeah, helping you maximize the fun.
And maybe, just maybe, turn a little profit while you're at it. But first things first.
Halloween Mayhem 2024, gotta mark your calendars, runs from October 24th to November 7th.
So not a lot of time. Better jump in. It's all about facing down those hordes.
Of Halloween zombie mutants and their little buddies, the zombie dogs.
Got it.
But here's the kicker.
There are two ways to play this thing. Mayhem Annihilation.
And Mayhem Survival.
So which one calls to you?
Yeah.
Annihilation or Survival?
Yeah, that's your first big decision. It's all about how you want to play. Annihilation, that's all about racking up points in a mission, high risk.
High reward.
Great. Survival, now that's a test. Can you go the distance? 30 brutal stages, each tougher than the last.
So we're talking go all out for the glory or are methodical. Conquer it step by step.
You got it. Let's break it down. Annihilation first. 10 instances. Choose carefully. Bronze, silver, gold, or Regulite missions.
Sounds like a lot of options.
And you only get one shot at a mission, no do-overs. The higher the zombie level, the more points they're worth, and more points, well...
Better the loot. So play it safe in bronze for guaranteed rewards or risk it all on Regulite.
Now, if you're feeling confident your gear's top-notch and Lady Luck's on your side, those Regulite missions, they can drop some seriously rare loot.
Rare and valuable.
You know it. High risk, high reward, like I said.
Okay, let's say you're feeling good. You clear a bronze mission, 7,000 points, not bad. What's that get you?
Not bad at all. You're looking at 0.25 PED stamina, a bronze cosmetic token, AND a regular cosmetic token.
Nice. Not too shabby at all for a lower tier mission.
Now, for those who like it a little more, how do I say it, methodical.
A little less all or nothing.
Survival's your jam. One instance, 30 stages. Each stage has 10 phases. You have to capture specific points to move on, and it gets tougher.
Every step of the way. 30 stages, that's intense.
It's a test, no doubt. But remember those pumpkins everyone's talking about?
Ah, yeah, the rumors. What's the deal with those?
Strategy, my friend. They're scattered around, holding buffs. Find them, use them, could make all the difference.
Between conquering a stage and, well, starting over.
And the rewards are tied to each stage. Clear stage 8, you're walking away with 140 Mayhem tokens, 14 PED universal ammo, plus a 0.1 PED intelligence boost.
Okay, now I'm seeing the appeal. It's like a loot marathon. But hold on, all these tokens, what's the point? I mean, this AS Entropia universe, right?
Right, where almost everything has a real-world value. These tokens, they're your ticket to exclusive items from vendors.
Scattered all over the place.
Exactly. Think of it like potential investments.
Ah, so some people are looking at Halloween Mayhem as a way to, not just enjoy the spookiness, but also maybe make a little money on the side.
Absolutely. That's where the Loot 2.0 update comes in. It's designed to make sure players get the most out of their efforts.
We're talking armor decay, ammo, healing costs, all that jazz.
All factored in. Now, you're probably hearing about this efficiency rating, right?
Yeah, it's all over the forum. Seems like everyone's trying to maximize their PED returns. But is it really that straightforward?
Well, efficiency, it used to be called the economy parameter. It's a rating, 1 to 100. Tells you how cost-effective your weapon is.
So higher is better, right?
Not always.
Yeah.
There's also something called optimal loot. You gotta understand that if you want to really maximize your rewards.
Optimal loot sounds mysterious. What's the secret sauce?
It's about getting the best quality loot from every kill. Couple of things to keep in mind. First, max out those hit ability and damage skills for your weapon.
Got it. Skills are key.
Right. Second, don't overamp. That means don't use amplifiers that boost damage over 50% of your weapon's max.
So it's not just about brute force. Gotta be a little smarter about it.
Exactly. And lastly, try to minimize those healing interruptions.
Gotta keep that damage flowing. So it's all about efficiency, making every shot count, maximizing your PED.
You got it. And that's what makes Halloween Mayhem so great. It's not just mindless zombie bashing, it's strategic.
Gotta use your brain a little bit, huh? Speaking of, what's the Entropia universe community saying about all this?
Oh, the forums are buzzing. Lots of different opinions flying around.
I bet. Halloween Mayhem. It's kind of polarizing, right?
Some people, they're loving the thrill of the hunt. Others, they're finding it a bit of a grind.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And what about that new Halloween ring? Everyone's talking about the stats.
Yeah, lots of debate. Some folks are dissecting the pros and cons. Some even think it's the worst Mayhem ring they've seen.
Ouch.
But that's the beauty of Entropia, right? It's always changing. There's always something new to figure out. And the community loves to analyze it all.
It's a living, breathing world, and everyone's part of it. But hold on, I heard Survival Mode get a little makeover this year.
Oh yeah, they cranked up the difficulty a notch or two. Players are saying the survival boss has some nasty new tricks up its sleeve.
Like what?
Debuffs, my friend.
Sounds rough.
100% heal decrease at the higher levels, so if you want to conquer those later stages, better come prepared.
Gearing up, honing those skills, maybe a little prayer to the RNG gods wouldn't hurt. And who knows what other surprises Mindark has cooked up for us this year.
That's the fun of it, right? Halloween Mayhem is always full of unexpected twists and turns. They really did, huh? Up the ante, I mean. Mindark's not just rehashing the same old event, they're keeping things interesting.
And that's what keeps the community coming back. Right. Always something new to figure out, to master. And, the veterans are always willing to help the newbies out.
Oh yeah, the Entropia community is great for that. Speaking of, I was just on the forums. People are really debating Annihilation versus Survival. Which mode gives you the best bang for your buck?
The eternal question. I was reading that thread too. No easy answer there. Some folks swear by Annihilation they're all about those high scores, the chance for that crazy rare loot.
Especially in those higher tier missions, yeah. But then you've got the Survival folks. They like the steady progress, conquering each stage.
It's like, what kind of player are you? Risk taker, going for broke? Or the more methodical type, chipping away at the challenge?
Exactly. And that's why it works, right? 2 different modes, appeals to different people, lets everyone find their groove.
Some players, they even do both. Try their luck in Annihilation, then switch over to Survival for a change of pace.
Variety's the spice of life, right?
Right.
And Entropia, they get that. Reading those forums, it's kind of amazing how deep people get into the mechanics. They're not just like button matching.
It's like they're playing a whole other game on top of the game, huh?
Yeah, they're analyzing stats, figuring out loot strategies, helping each other out.
It's a testament to how well-designed Entropia is. It's a real economy. Every action has consequences.
And then you add Loot 2.0 into the mix.
Yeah, it's a whole new ballgame.
Right, now you've got to factor in those hunting costs, understand the efficiency rating, really think about every move you make.
The players are competing against the game, against each other, and against themselves, trying to optimize, to refine their approach.
It's a whole new dimension to the game.
It's not just about skill anymore, it's about knowledge, it's about strategy.
And that's what sets Entropia apart. It's rewarding, it's engaging, it makes you think.
So for all our listeners out there, ready to jump into Halloween Mayhem, what are your top tips to really crush it?
Okay, number 1, choose your mode, Annihilation or Survival. Figure out what kind of player you are, how much risk you're willing to take.
What are you hoping to get out of the event? Bragging rights, rare loot, or that satisfying sense of accomplishment?
Once you've got your mode locked in, familiarize yourself with the rewards, figure out what you're going for, and don't forget, efficiency, optimal loot. Those are your keys to success.
Make every shot count, minimize those healing interruptions, squeeze every last drop of PED out of those kills.
And if you're braving Survival, those pumpkins, they're your friends. Use those buffs.
They can be a lifesaver. Oh, and one more thing. Don't go it alone. Tap into the Entropia community.
The forums, streams, wikis, there's so much knowledge out there, and everyone's willing to help.
Teamwork makes the dream work, even when you're facing down a zombie apocalypse. But let's step back for a second. Big picture time. Loot 2.0, it really changed the Entropia economy.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's like Mindark's trying to find that sweet spot between risk and reward.
Making it more skill-based, more strategic.
Exactly, and that's good, right? Rewards the players who put in the time, the effort to really understand the game.
Good for the players, good for the economy. But big changes, they always come with challenges. What do you think players are struggling with, trying to adapt to this new system?
The learning curve's pretty steep. Loot 2.0, it's not easy to grasp right away, especially for new players.
It's like learning any new skill. It takes time, it takes practice. But hey, that's where the community comes in again, right? The veterans are there to help. Tons of resources online.
Exactly. And Mindark's been doing a good job of providing information, explaining the changes. It's a process, but everyone's getting there.
It's a journey, not a sprint. But beyond the learning curve, what about the long-term impact? How do you think Loot 2.0 will shape Entropia Universe?
That's the big question, isn't it? It's still early, but I think it has the potential to make the game even better.
More sustainable, more rewarding.
Yeah, for everyone. By rewarding efficiency and skill, you're creating a more balanced economy. Both casual and hardcore players can thrive.
Exciting times for Entropia Universe. Halloween Mayhem in full swing, Luke 2.0 still shaking things up. Who knows what the future holds?
They'll be figuring it out, that's for sure. Adapting, coming up with new strategies. I mean, that's what makes Entropia's community so great.
It's a living, breathing world.
Yeah.
And they're the ones shaping it, along with the developers, of course. So for all our listeners out there, gearing up to face those zombies, what's your #1 tip for Halloween Mayhem?
Don't forget to have fun. It's easy to get caught up in the loot, the efficiency, all that. But at the end of the day, it's a game.
Right, gotta remember that sometimes. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the community, the challenge.
Exactly. Explore, experiment, connect with other players. That's where the real value is.
I love that. It's not always about min-maxing. Sometimes it's about just enjoying the experience. Well, as we wrap up our deep dive into Halloween Mayhem, let's leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay, I like it.
We talked about Loot 2.0, efficiency, the Entropia economy. It's always in flux.
Yeah, never a dull moment.
But what does the future hold? Will they keep tweaking the balance between risk and reward? New technologies, new gameplay.
Tough questions. But the possibilities, they're endless. Entropia's always been ahead of the curve, pushing the boundaries.
It's a pioneer, that's for sure. Who knows what adventures are waiting for us out there in the vastness of Entropia Universe.
That's what keeps us coming back, right? The mystery, the constant evolution.
The knowledge that we're all part of something special, something that's always changing. So, to all our listeners, get out there, explore, experiment, embrace the chaos.
And have fun. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. And that's a wrap on another deep dive. We'll be back next time with a whole new topic, something to spark your curiosity, expand your knowledge. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep diving deep.